Hello everybody, this is Waldorf.
And this is Statler.
Now we have Battle Report 167.
167.
Ogre Cons versus the Vermin Swarm.
At Huzzah Hobbies.
It's the big ogre yelling at the little rats.
At the dancing rats. Stop dancing on my lawn.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah.
I am old. Alright, this is another Dragon's Den practice game.
Okay.
This time against a Vermin Swarm army with a Vermin Demon, who's the,
Is that Matt's brother, Vermin?
It is.
Okay.
He's got a Plague Patriarch who's an apprentice of occultism, paired weapons, Hero's Heart, Assault Infusions, Plague Pendulum. I believe he also has the tail. Yes, he's got a tail weapon as well.
Okay.
So he ends up with like 7 Strength 5 AP3 attacks.
All right.
Pretty good.
Why not?
Chief, who's the BSB. He's got a great weapon, Ghostly Guard, Lucky Charm, and a Vermin Hulk Bodyguard.
Okay. It's in bold just to show it off.
Yes. And like the Plague Pendulum.
Yeah.
It's the mount. Anyway. 25 Plague Brotherhood with full command. 2 units of 41 slaves.
Okay.
3 units of 10 footpads with musicians. There's a change.
There you go. For scoring.
I think we beat the musician into him. Because he was having trouble maneuvering them before.
Yes, somebody's finally listening.
10 Plague Disciples.
Okay.
Or Disciplines, whichever you
Yes.
prefer. 5 Vermin Hulk.
Plague Disciples have disciplines.
There you go.
That's what it is, yes.
5 Vermin Hulks with Champion.
Yep.
Place for them to put the BSB.
Yep.
Pair of Dreadmills and a pair of Plague Catapults.
Okay.
He loves those catapults.
Yep, seems like there's Dreadmills too.
Dreadmills are fantastic.
There's
my Ogre Con army. Same one I've been playing.
Okay, freeze it if you want to read it.
There you go. There's the board.
Okay. And a smattering of guys.
Smattering of guys.
Yep. Game's over.
Yep. I won. I'm the only one on the board.
There you go.
2 hills, 2 forests, field and a fence, a water feature, and we played the right thing, impassable.
Okay. So the ruin
thing on the right.
Okay. Need to patch it. Get your paintbrush out.
I need to get my hills patched up. Yeah. These are my travel hills.
Yep.
And they're getting a little beat. There we go after deployment. We're playing Secure Target.
Okay.
Where it's the 2 markers.
See the 2 markers in the woods. Yep.
And
your diagonal deployment.
Diagonal deployment, and you can see what he's done.
Who set up first? Do you remember?
I think I did.
Did you do a drop?
I did a drop.
Okay.
Because I know he's got to get stuff, and I let him hide his Vermin Demon for a turn.
Okay.
I wanted a round of shooting to try to do something.
Okay, and he's doing the classic 8th edition. Put your long bases sideways on the front line.
Correct.
So when you pivot it, you get a free inch or 2.
Get a free inch or so out of it, yes. Yep. That is a 8th, 8th edition, 9th age. It's there. This is we'll see more pictures of it later. It's a very nice painted army. And there's my deployment. There you go. See, it's a really nice painted army. That Vermin Demon I like a lot. It's no Phil Blake paint job, but it's a good paint job.
Yeah, I heard it didn't. It's not that well painted.
No.
Many judges wrote it.
The banners over there look really bad.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah. All right, there's his deployment. Moving on, and you can see, look at this. It's spreading. Look at these back here, these cards.
Yes.
And as I was at the tournament the other weekend, I saw several people with those.
Oh, must have been our video.
So there you go, vanguarded up. I actually backed him up a bit because he's too close.
Okay. You just want to get him in the grill.
I did. Turn 1. There you go. So turn 1 is the dog comes back into the woods, tiger, and the mammoth hunter stands up here beside the plague pendulum
and shot the gap. Yep.
Yep. Just again harass him.
Yep. No one likes a monster on their flank.
Causing march test. Blah 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 blah.
Yep.
The one thing I did kind of mess up is I assumed the plague pendulum was gigantic. It is not. It is towering presence, but not gigantic.
Right.
So if I when I throw a stick at it, it'll only do a wound.
Yes.
It's a D3. That's one of the reasons I put him up there, is because I wanted to do D3 wounds to it.
Yeah, that's not the thing to throw the stick at.
Well, I couldn't get to the other guy.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
hiding behind the hill.
Yep.
See where he. This is his turn.
Yep. Yep.
So that was there. That's the rest of the movement.
And everybody just moved up.
Everybody moved up.
So you're coming to get them.
I'm anxious to fight those guys. I can pummel them.
Yes, you can fight them all.
You
just don't want them shooting at you.
With magic, I killed off one of the Vermin Hulk. Actually, two of them.
Well, those guys are kind of bad.
They're T5.
Yep.
I did shoot off two of them, though, with magic.
Nice. Okay.
Between Pyroclastic Flow and the Fireball. Because he made sure to stop. He makes sure to stop the Flaming Swords.
Right.
Mr. Mammoth Hunter missed the target. It's a little too close for him.
There you go.
He couldn't take it.
Well, he thought it was gigantic.
You can see the Doom.
He threw too high.
Doom Wheel moves around and tries to get in position to zap me. And Mr. Vermin Demon doesn't care about me at all. He just comes up there and stands there.
Yep.
I am in arc for him to cast spells at. Rest of his army comes forward. Oh, as you can see, he's using the lightning cannon as his other plague catapult. It tries to fire and turns around backwards instead. So it can't fire for 2 turns. Actually, it was turned. He blew it up for the game. His plague catapult, that one.
Oh, that made you happy.
Yeah. I'm not that... With this army, I'm not that worried about it. Because, I mean, he's only doing, at the biggest unit I have, he's doing 8, 9 wounds to.
Yeah.
9 rolls.
Yeah.
Wounding on 5s. I would rather not, it's something I don't want to hit, but...
Yep. He's only got 2 of them.
I'm not that worried about it in this one. So, he... the Doom Wheel actually fires 3 times into the Hunter and misses all 3 times.
Okay.
So, the guy's wipes the sweat off his brow, because those do D3 wounds each.
Yep.
With no armor, and I've got a 2-up armor. That's not good. So going on the top of 2, that's what I'm looking at. Based on that, I'm going to declare a charge on it with an 8, trying to get in on the Doom Wheel. The Rat Ogres are in my front. I'm in their front.
Okay.
Or I would consider that.
If it was a flank, yeah.
If it was a flank when only one of them can hit me, yeah, I'd consider that. But I really want to get rid of this Doom Wheel. But I fail.
Okay.
And stagger forward a couple inches.
Stagger, crawl, stagger.
Crawl, exactly. Over on the far left, you can see the bruisers trying to swing around.
Yep.
Elsewhere, I just kind of move up a little bit, get ready with all my shooting. There you go. BSB came over and joined this unit of bruisers on the right, just to extend the bubble out in case something happens to those bruisers way out there on the right.
Right.
In case they get zapped and need to make a at least lets it be re-rollable.
Yep.
Flaming Swords, try to cast it. He's going to make sure I don't get that. You can see the Mammoth Hunter is circled back around behind the Vermin Demon. And throws a spear at him, but only does a single wound to him.
How about that, Scarecrow?
And magic, the remaining rest of the magic phase, I managed to kill off 1 more of the Rat Ogres. Between magic
Hulks.
and shooting. Sorry. Vermin Hulks.
Yeah.
You are correct. So, back to his turn, bottom of turn 2. He's, is it bottom of turn 2 yet? What's he doing there? Don't know what he's doing in that one.
Looks like he's charging.
The Vermin Hulk charges into my bruisers who failed their charge.
And you didn't run because you probably run off the table.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I kind of want him there. The advantage to me is it's drawing his BSB
Farther away.
far out to the right out of the thing. And if he wins, then this the bruiser dart down here on the bottom right can also go and encounter.
Right.
Anyway, so the rest of his army just comes up and gets in my face. It's like, here you are. You're not going to maneuver around and get away from me.
Yep.
Just dog can't do much for me at this range, as far as redirectors. His Vermin demon comes up, gets it, makes sure everybody's within 18-inch bubble, except he could not get quite far enough over to get the Vermin hulks in. But they've got a character, so they're not great, but they don't have a lot to worry about over there. And where is... Okay. The other the Doom Wheel comes back around and gets over here and tucks in there beside the Vermin demon.
Yep, see him.
Up there on the top. Slingers come around back there in the back. And
your hunter looks very lonely.
he's very lonely, but you can see off to his left the poking front of his the other Doom Wheel.
Yep.
He's not going to be very lonely for long. This time it unloads on me for 3 wounds, leaving me 1. I think divination magic splapped off this guy.
Okay.
One of the mercenaries. And put 2 wounds on my, between shooting and other things, put 2 wounds on my bruisers. I'm sorry, my bombardiers in the center. Moving on. Combat up here. He crushed me.
I'm shocked.
Yeah. Bruisers didn't even, don't think he even ran me down. I think he just outright killed me.
That's a good number of attacks on you.
It is, but I thought that was uncalled for.
Yeah. With the character in there helping.
It was not real nice of him.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, because the guy, the Vermin Hulk that the character rides on gets a little bit of an upgrade. He's like a champion.
Right.
And, of course, the guy on top with his great weapon and all the other guys. And me going last.
Yep, and he goes before you.
All doesn't work real well to me. So there's the situation.
Okay.
Going into turn 3.
And what are your...
Still pretty close.
And what are we going to do for charges?
I've got a big selection here.
You do?
The problem is I'm never getting through those slaves. I mean, I will. I probably... When I calculate it out, I probably kill them in my 3rd round of combat is when they break and go. But that means I'm tied up there for 2 rounds, and the Vermin Demon's free to do whatever he wants during that time.
And fortunately for you, he doesn't have a lot of shooting, though.
He doesn't have a lot of shooting, no. So, on the top left, the Bruisers decide to charge in to the little scrawny unit.
Foot pads, yeah.
Foot pads. From there, I can pivot and go after this plague catapult here in the water.
Get the points for it.
Or I can go forward after his Doom Wheel, depending on where I need to be.
Yep.
Anyway, they should make they can make their points back easily that way.
Yep.
Rest of the place, you can see I've shifted the Mammoth back into the center to affect most of my units. I mean, all 3 of both my bombardiers and my mercenaries are all be affected by it.
Some days don't actually start in the middle of your army.
No. Then I have no reason to move him later.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
And that's why he's always on the flank.
Exactly. Elsewhere, the dog did come up and was able to, because of the way, with everything shifting over, I can chaff the plague pendulum.
Did or did not charge?
I'm not charged on anybody.
Okay, you just walked up to him.
I moved up in front of him.
Okay.
And my plan here is move up in front of him and just shoot at that demon. Vermin demon.
And you've chaffed up the 2 ends with your dogs.
And the 2 ends both got chaffed up, correct. And shoot I did, and it knocked him down. The spear did not help me. The Mammoth Hunter, he failed to wound, I think. But combined all 3 of the other units firing at him, managed to take him down.
Because he's big.
He's very big. He's big. I'm large.
Right.
So I'm paying no penalty to shoot over the head of these little guys. When that happened, the 1 slave unit on the far right panicked and ran.
Oh, it was in range.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was within range of him. He panicked and ran. He runs from the nearest, which was the dog,
Right.
and headed out back there.
Okay. So the arrows for the slaves?
The arrows for the slaves.
Okay, not for the wheel. Okay.
It is not for the doom wheel. No, because it's still where it is.
Yep. Okay.
And there they go, heading back over the hill.
Mm-hmm.
Over on the right, we win the cut.
Oh, I didn't realize you charged.
I charged
Okay.
on the right with the BSB in this unit, which does, it's funny because, like I said earlier, I kind of wanted him to do that charge over to drag his BSB off.
Right.
And then I turned around and did the exact same thing and sent my BSB way off to the side.
Yeah.
So,
But you won the fight.
but I did win the fight. My BSB took a challenge and took 3 wounds,
Okay.
but did win, and they ran his BSB and his Vermin hulks down.
Okay. Lucky he didn't kill you.
Yeah, there is that. Moving on, now I think that's where the turn ended.
Okay.
Back to him. This is what he's got coming into the bottom of turn 3. Oh, I didn't kill the footpads on the left, but
They ran away and you
chased him and I
decided to
turned the face.
reform towards the cannon.
Right.
Looks like they killed some guys.
Over here, he charged me. He charged my Mammoth Hunter with the Doom Wheel in the back.
Okay.
And if he's going to shoot at me, that's okay. But if he's going to charge me, it's going to hurt.
What's the stupid thing's name now?
So he runs.
It's not Doom Wheel anymore, right? Isn't that
Wheel of Doom.
it's kind of grinder or something? I don't remember. Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So I flee towards the center of the board.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
He charged me. I think the slaves did not charge, but the other 2 units did. The disciples.
I'm sorry. What charged you?
The slaves did not charge me here in the center.
Right.
The plague furnace charged the cat,
Yes.
and the disciples charged into the
Okay.
bombardiers.
Isn't the wheel random movement? No.
No, that's gone.
Okay.
It's a movement 8 chariot now.
Oh, that's right. That's part of the whole big redo
Right.
of it. Yeah.
He can't shoot his
Sorry.
catapult.
I was thinking the old rules. Like what? I don't understand how you could have fled. Okay.
He can't shoot his catapult, so it took 2 turns moving up.
Sure.
And now it's moving away from me, trying to run.
Tried to extend the
Charge distance.
charges in this lifetime.
Yeah. The footpads shot down my dog.
Okay.
That's just wrong.
There you go.
SPCA should be called.
Rats aren't supposed to kill cats.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be the other way around.
Exactly.
Here in the center, you can see the disciples. I stood and shot and killed a couple on their way in.
Wow.
During the combat, though, the remaining 4 of his does 6 wounds to me. I've got 2 wounds on me already. And I think I ended with 2. Anyway, did like 6 wounds to me.
You shot him up coming in?
I shot a few of them more coming in.
Because he had 10 of them to start with, right?
No, not at the beginning of this turn.
Oh, okay. You already whittled them.
Yeah, they're right there.
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay.
There's 5 when they...
Okay.
Yeah, anyway.
I thought there was 10. Oh.
So anyway. Shot my dog. Moved over. Chopped him down to 1. They broke and ran, and the other unit of bombardiers with my general in it panicked and ran off to the right.
Okay. It would be really helpful to be close by a BSB.
It would be, but he's up there watching in the edge of the board right now.
Yeah.
He's got that anchored. So yeah, that's a bad thing. You can see the lone disciple chased me and came in short of running me down.
Well, there is that at least.
Yeah, I guess. Going into turn 4. Turn 4, we declare a charge on his plague catapult. That looks like a
cannon?
lightning cannon.
Yeah.
And what else do we got?
Looks like your general ran off the table.
The general continues running and goes off the edge of the table.
You know what would have been really helpful?
BSB.
BSB.
But he was only rolling on an 8. Rolling on a 7 here in the middle, the bombardiers rally.
Okay.
And what did we do? Well, we shot off the hunter. Hunter rallied in the shooting phase. You can see the man-eater, the mercenaries have shifted to the right. They shoot at the doom wheel.
Okay.
Kill it. And because it dies, the slaves panic and they head off.
Okay.
Even with full ranks, their leadership 5.
That's helpful.
And the mammoth positions itself to take the charge from the
Okay.
plague pendulum.
Couldn't turn it to get it. Nah, I guess it'd be too much of a turn.
To do what?
To shoot at the one guy in front of the plague disciple.
Oh, no.
Yeah. You couldn't do it without exposing your flank.
Right. And I'm hoping to stand there.
Mm-hmm.
So the bruisers go in and smash
Make short
that
work of that.
catapult as they should. And we're back to the center of the board with no mage. He's not happy, but he doesn't have his vermin demon either. So we're kind of on equal ground.
Mm-hmm.
He
As far
still
as
has
that's concerned.
Yeah, he still has the other caster in this on
Yes.
the plague pendulum, but
And you have one bounce spell.
and I have a bound spell.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. So this turn he does charge the plague pendulum into the woolly mammoth. The foot pads come up and block the mercenaries. And the disciple, you can't see him, but he's charging the 2 bombardiers.
Okay.
The other foot pads come up, and his doom wheel comes up to try to
Finish
get rid
off
of my
that
hunter.
guy. Yep. Did the slaves rally?
His slaves did not rally.
Okay.
Interesting thing, they don't get strength in numbers when they're fleeing.
Yeah.
So leadership 2.
Yeah, I couldn't tell which way they were
Yeah,
facing.
they're
so,
still
yeah.
facing. There we go. And it was funny because if I remember correctly, the doom wheel missed, but the foot pads killed
Yeah.
me.
He only had one wound, so
I got 2 up armor.
yeah.
He needs to, I don't know, whatever to hit, 6 to wound.
Just those odds, you know.
Yeah, it happens.
It's always
The number's
it's always
always there.
the golden BB.
Yep. So
Well, that didn't look like it went very well for you.
it did not go well for me. He crushed me, rolled forward. You can see there's not very many of them missing.
Yep.
Caught me and killed me. The
Scratapult.
Scratapult panicked
Oh, it was that close. Okay.
and ran towards the edge of the board.
Okay.
And that's where we stand, going into turn 4. Ew.
All right.
Oh, and sorry, the disciple killed another bombardier,
Mm-hmm.
but the last one killed him.
Okay.
And that's why you see that one guy there on the edge of the hill.
Yeah, I was
the
trying to
dead
figure what
one's
was
in
going
the
on.
field.
Okay.
So now we're going on to my turn 5.
There you go.
And these guys declare a charge.
Says it's
Guys
time to get back into it.
top right declare a charge. Unfortunately, they need like an 8 or a
Mhm.
9, so it's a decent number of a charge.
Yep.
Into the foot pads, because that's a scoring spot over there. And you can see right now on turn 5, the unit of what do they call it? The slaves are fleeing.
Right.
So I've got this one down here on the bottom left.
Mm-hmm.
The top right, I've got you can see the tribesmen have charged into the flank of the foot pads.
Yeah.
So I should have that one on the top right. I should have the one on the bottom left. So it's looking really good
Mm-hmm.
as far as the objective, even though that my mage decided to run and never come back.
Hmm.
I don't know if I have a picture, but the Scratapult in the bottom right did rally.
Looks like you failed your charge,
And the guys up top failed their charge.
but the other guys smashed the foot pads in the flank.
They did, and crushed him and turned to face the other unit.
Okay.
There you go. He failed his frenzy check, and
So he had the charge.
had to charge this, which pulls him even further away from the
Right.
objective. And the slaves are still running. The footpads rallied. And they rallied last turn. You can see where they moved up there at the top left.
Okay. Yeah.
They moved their full distance down. And the doom wheel's coming in up from up top to deal with the two bruisers in
Yeah.
the woods.
Try to kill him. Mm-hmm.
Right. Not sure what that was for.
You rolled a 4.
I rolled a 4 though.
Somebody charge.
It's pretty awesome. 4 is always good. If you're doing something.
Leadership check. It's good.
If you're doing a leadership check, it's good.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Turn 6.
Turn 6. Last turn. So Bruisers in the Woods. They just turned to face the Doom Wheel.
Mm-hmm.
The mercenaries over on the far right could not get into the woods. Forget what the problem was, that they could not get into
the mercenaries in the far right.
The mercenaries here.
Yeah, okay.
Wanted to get into the woods. They could not from where they were, so they just moved up 6 and decided to shoot, but only killed 1.
Oh, you shot at those guys because they were scoring.
Because they're scoring, and I needed to kill 2 of them to cause a panic.
Right.
But I only killed 1.
Mm-hmm.
Up top, occupy that woods.
Right.
That one's definitely mine.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy came back to
chaff up.
Since he was able to get onto the hill.
Somehow he defeated your Scatapult.
I'm amazed.
Yeah. And turned around.
But he did turn around and was, because of where he hit the Scatapult, he was able to stay on the hill.
Okay.
And when he reformed, he's still on the hill, can see over it, so I had to chaff him.
Chaff him up.
I just didn't want him taking a long charge into the mercenaries.
Hitting the rear of your guys, and that'd be bad.
Would be bad. Footpads rallied on the bottom of turn 6.
Okay.
Before running off the top of the board. And over here, the Doom Wheel charges into the woods and contacts my unit.
He already had 2 wounds. Did he take 1 in the woods, or did he already have 3 wounds?
I think he had wounds already. He might have taken 1.
Okay. He had some wounds.
He had at least. Let's see if we can see him real quick. How far back is he?
I saw it before. A little farther.
Yeah, he's hiding behind the woods. He's hiding his. He's licking his wounds. I think it's 1 or 2.
I thought it was 2, but
okay, probably 2.
Yeah, it's not that important.
Right. So anyway, let's forget about that.
I'm just trying to delay the video.
Yeah, I saw that. So he charged into the woods.
Okay.
Runs into me. Plague Furnace can't do anything. He kills my guy. Walks forward.
Yep. Gets his victory points for that.
He Doom Wheel knocks me down to 1 guy. And I stand.
And you cleaved him?
And I cleaved him, chopped him up with the other 2 wounds on him.
Yeah.
And because of that, I got the objective.
That one's contested, right?
What's that? This one down here is contested, but the one up top is mine.
And you have that one clearly, yeah. Bloody game.
It was a bloody game, but it was a. Why didn't I not get the objective?
Did you forget to put them on?
Maybe I didn't give myself the objective. Because I clearly have the top right one.
Yep.
And we're challenging for the bottom left one.
Yep.
All right. So it was an 11-9 with the objective to me makes it a 14-6.
Yes.
So I guess I forgot to make that adjustment.
Looks like it.
That's what I had on my paper though.
Yeah.
Guess I forgot.
Clearly he was distracting you while you were writing things up.
He was just talking to me a lot.
As Vermin players tend to be.
Yeah, I mean, this was not as bloody as it looked. I mean, with that many points only.
Yeah.
A lot of my units are left. Almost everything is left.
Well, your 2 main battle units are left. You just lost your character.
And the only thing I really got out of him that was valuable was the Vermin Demon.
Right.
And
all
2 Doom Wheels.
All his stuff is cheap.
Just
so
seems low.
Yeah, well, his
Both those numbers seems low. Anyway, I don't know. I won. Yay!
You beat the Vermin Swarm. You took their cheese and ate it in front of their faces.
Exactly.
Yes.
And my mage will never
yes.
come back. Anyway, so that was it. Thanks for listening.
Till next time.